Hi, welcome to Drawing Women. This is Boris. Today, I'm going to show you how learning C curves and S curves can be useful for drawing, and it can actually make it easier for you to draw. And part of the tutorials that, part of the reason why I do tutorials is because I want people to draw. And I'll talk more as I start, but I'm going to use Bruce Timm's BATGIRL because I just love Bruce Timm's design and I love BATGIRL. So, but first, let's talk about C curves and S curves. So, like the name says, C curves are shaped like C, or this motion, like or the other way, like this motion. So this is why it's very useful to see the hand, like and as you learn, you also need to take some sort of, there is also a pleasure in like the gestures that you make while you're drawing, just like painting, like this, like these sweeping arcs, like it's really nice. Um, and the S curves, right? So, and the S curves can be, can take different forms, which so just like the C curve. So, what I do is I usually do this kind of diagram. Um, this like this, kind of like the different, okay. So so for example, one example where C curves are really useful is the ear, right? Like if you take the ear, you have one C curve here, second C curve here, another C curve here, another C curve here, and then a C curve here. And you can just do like a whole ear with just C curves. And here, like we have a bit of S curve, but yeah. Okay, so just by seeing like, oh, this looks really complicated, but actually if you just break it down into like really simple lines and really simple shapes like and forms, you'll be able to draw these too. So now for the S curve, of course, like I said, like S can be like this, or like, can be like this. So we'll see some of these curves illustrated with the BATGIRL drawing that we're going to do based on a Bruce Timm's drawing of BATGIRL. And at the end, what I'll do is I'll just go through some random images just to show that these are real things. This is not something that I'm making up. These are just things that have been around for a long time and that artists constantly use to teach others, but also just kind of learn for themselves. Like for example, if they're seeing a character and it has like a really complicated shapes, well, just like kind of breaking it down into C and S curves can help, accomplish the drawing the character. Now, does this mean that C and S curves are the only curves that exist? No, of course not. But I think they dominate, I would say, most of the shape and line language. So, so I just took this space just to do this, but I'm going to take a new page from my sketchbook here and to draw. Okay, let me use this one. There's some drawings here, but just going to use this. Okay. I'm just using an eraser. I love this eraser because it's small enough to erase the small areas. And then this one is a mechanical pencil that I always use. This is a 2B lead. Okay, so I'm just going to establish the head. So the head is somewhere here. Okay, let me lift up a little bit. Oh, sorry. Then, so she has one arm here. So in a moment, I'll go back and show you what I mean when I was talking about S curves and C curves, so breasts. Um, she's kind of jumping in kind of this Spider-Man, typically Spider-Man um, pose. Okay, I'm just blocking things in and not worrying about uh, the details for the moment. Creating this very simple shape for the hand. And then her hair is the cape kind of goes behind her hair, and yeah, okay. So this is the basic building block that we're going to work with. Um, sorry, I cannot show the whole thing. Okay. Um, so again, if I have to start with the face, like you see, so these are straight lines. So you have a C curve here, and then another C curve here and C curve here, right? So even the mask, like there's a C curve here, C curve here. The nose, and then the mouth. So the in terms of the S curve, you might see a little bit of S curve here. Do you see that? Like it does this. And he does this a lot, which is the rounded shape against the uh, sharp, and then sharp against soft. Like it creates this really great, again, this kind of like dance of shapes that are pleasing to the eye, and his designs are definitely pleasing. And I'm not going to say that he kind of invented this. Like I think I'm blanking on the Archie's artist name, but um, he was definitely influenced by that artist. So the hair, oh my God, like so many curves, so many S curves here, like this one here, um, like here, like so. Um, so the just have to make sure that I don't anger anyone by drawing the BATGIRL symbol wrong. He was definitely influenced by the 1966 Batman. Um, I want to say her name was Yvonne Craig. I mean, my brain is telling me say Yvonne Craig. So, so here, look at this. Like again, like another nice S curve, like a C curve here, like another C curve here. So again, I want to make this video not too long, so I'm drawing a bit quickly, but when you're drawing, I mean, you don't have to draw Batgirl, but if you're drawing a character, take your time. Don't get frustrated that it's not working. Okay, I'm just going to hide. I don't want them to distract. Um, okay, let me do this. Yeah. I recommend that, uh, when it comes to drawing tools, just gradually go to, more expensive tools. In the beginning, just start with, I'm not saying buy the cheapest, because even a pencil, if you buy really cheap, you might not get like really great mileage out of it. But yeah, just again, like especially if you are like using still your parents' money, and like your parents have other expenses. So I was just saying, like one of the main reasons why I do these is because I want people to draw, and it's just like I want people to experience the joy that drawing can give, and I believe that everybody can draw. Um, and some people might say I disagree. Yes, sure, you can disagree, but um, I still believe that people can draw. Anyone can draw. Um, so um, if you take a musical instrument and you just play random notes, your brain is not going to like that. It will not be pleasing for your ears or for your brain, right? But if you just take a paper and just like try to do like shapes that you like, or you're trying to draw something that you like, but like without looking at the picture. By the way, this is very important, because most of the people just look at a picture and then they say, I cannot draw like that. Well, neither can I. So it's not about drawing from pictures. Drawing is it's a way to express yourself. So you cannot, that's just having a limited view of drawing. um, like for example, I can, like whenever you're saying like I cannot draw like that, I cannot draw like that, well, you're just like postponing that pleasure of drawing, and actually trying and experiencing that joy. Of course, I mean, again, if you're watching this video, that means that you have some interest in drawing. But I have, I'm saying this because I have a friend who actually disagreed with me and said, like, no, not everyone who can draw. But drawing is not, there are steps. Like, it's not just one definition. So, I started this video by saying that, I wanted to show the S curve and C curves. Hope that was helpful. Hope you were able to understand that. And now, try to draw that. I mean, from S or C curves. Like, I'm going really fast here. But as long as I'm not making a big mess, it's fine. And I also cannot pivot the sketchbook. So hopefully you like this video. You can also draw along, because I tend to do videos that you can draw along. So this is a continuation within the little curriculum that I made for myself for this YouTube channel. So of course I've been playing around, I've been doing other stuff. Well, I also need to do what I said I'll do, which is make videos like this. So the design has actually kind of changed. So I'm going to kind of imagine that her gloves are yellow. Yeah, and her boots and so on are yellow. So I'm just going to darken the other parts. So how am I going to do that? If I put this, go. So these brush pens are like my favorite things to draw with nowadays. The image that I'm drawing from is this beautiful colored illustration, but I'm really bad with color, so as you can see, that's why I stick to drawing. So as you can see, the C curves also can kind of serve as a shadow here. I mean, for shading. And doing those shapes again with the brush is also so pleasing. So just creating the illusion that there's some hair. There you go. So I love that dry brush technique. Okay, if you're still watching, thank you so much for the patience, for being patient. Um, I'm going to stop here. So hope you enjoyed the drawing. So this is Bruce Timm's Batgirl for to demonstrate S curves and C curves. So thank you very much for watching. So please like and share and subscribe. And if you have any other tutorials that you want me to do or any other characters that you want tutorials on, of course, this channel is for drawing women. So I would appreciate if there are female characters. So thank you very much for watching. This is Boris signing off.